We are Scott and Cheryl Morgan, and we are seeing the world one cruise at a time. Join us on this adventure as we spend 2 full days in Los Angeles. The first day seeing Universal Studios, the second is looking around town and some of the technology, before getting on an 8-day Halloween cruise visiting Puerto Vallarta, then Mazatlan for the city highlights, then a beach day with snorkeling in La Paz, and ride a camel in Cabo San Lucas. Pack your bags and let's go. And it's time for another vacation. This time we're going to Los Angeles and taking the west coast of Mexico. So this time we're going to Cabo San Lucas, Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, and La Paz. Not sure of the order, but that's the stops.
Sounds good.
And we're off. 3-hour and 20-minute flight, I think they said, to LAX. For this trip, we're flying into LA a few days earlier. That way we can see the sights around town, maybe see a few stars on the road, and, go to Universal Studios. But it's over Halloween. Of course, we missed the free drinks for about just a couple days, but we do get Southwest's gourmet meal. Welcome to Los Angeles. So we're on the ground, 13 miles away from the hotel, but a 51-minute drive. So we're trying an assortment of Mexican food that was right next to the hotel. Not sure how much everything costs because you pay after you eat. So all kinds of stuff and juices. Some of the menu. And from where we flew into at the Los Angeles airport to the Hollywood Historic Hotel is only 13 miles. But like I say, it took us almost an hour to get here. And it's not really close to anything. It's right outside of the Hollywood Hall of Fame, or the Walk of Fame where all the stars are. That's several miles away. But what it is close to is a little bit closer to where we're going to tomorrow. We're going to Universal Studios over in this area. So right where our hotel is, there's not a whole lot to do, except this is where our hotel is. Right across the street is Paramount Pictures. So they have a tour you could take at the Paramount Studios. It was full, so we didn't get to go into that. But another thing I wish we would have tried to go into is there's a huge cemetery over here. That would have been cool to go see all the stars where that they're buried at in the cemetery. Kind of macabre thinking of where the stars are buried, but they kind of give you the history of the area too. But the main reason that we went to the Hollywood Hotel, Historic Hotel, is it's cheap. You can see here on this random days that I put in, $117 is all it cost here. And the hotel, well, it was really nice. I like old hotels, and it met the description of that to a T. So this is the hotel that we stayed at, the Hollywood Historic Hotel. Oh, and one more thing. If you stay here and are going on a cruise terminal, well, to get to the cruise terminal, you have to go all the way across the city, all the way down to Long Beach, which the cruise terminal is way down here. So you have a huge drive to get there. Luckily, we were going on the cruise early in the morning, so I'll show you more of the prices of that in a little bit. And this is a view of our hotel from the bus stop. Not much of a view at this hotel, except down this little creepy hallway. You go down to the end and look past the fire escape and the gas station, and up on the mountain, you can see the Hollywood sign way off in the distance. That's the only view of anything that we had. From our room, we only saw a parking lot, but I suppose on the other side of the hotel, you'd have a view of the Hollywood Hills at night. Or as they call it when this hotel was built, Hollywood Land. But the land fell off the sign, so now it says Hollywood. And while we're making our way to Universal, I see something else that interests me. This car, the white car, a Waymo. It's a driverless car. I think we're going to have to do that. One other thing that we see while we're changing buses is the Hollywood Walk of Fame, where all the stars are put in the ground. We didn't realize it until later, but some of the stars repeat. But this was just at a bus change. We're walking down one block to get on a different bus to get to Universal. I'm thinking that the Walk of Fame may be something else that we're going to have to add to our itinerary here. But as we're walking around, we've never ridden public transportation really, so we don't know how that works. But luckily, we have a local that's helping us out. Our son's girlfriend, she's from the area and is a frequent user of public transportation, so she shows us how to save a whole lot of money. Yeah, we're learning how to ride the public transportation in Los Angeles. We're going to the Universal Studios. It's $30 for a taxi, but only $9 for a bus for all four of us. So we're trying that. Birds of paradise, right in the middle of the city. There's a whole bunch of them. Pretty flowers. And the area had a lot of pretty flowers along the route. So a little walk, but hey, we got to see some scenery along the way. So we ended up coming into the Universal City. And we're on our way to the theme park, but walking through the city section there at first. Voodoo Donut. Think we're back in New Orleans. Kentucky Fried Chicken. All kinds of stuff. And finally, Universal Studios. And I never introduced who all was going on this trip. We have John, his girlfriend Michelle, myself, and Cheryl all going on this big adventure. And we are through security in Universal. First time for any of the Universal parks for me. Not sure what to do here. But we're going to go see some shows. And I thought we would see stars in LA, but I wasn't expecting Scooby-Doo in the game and King Julian from Madagascar right at the entrance waiting for us. And the first show that we stopped for is Kung Fu Panda. This is like one of those 4D shows where the seats move and water sprays in your face in the wind. Excellent little show though. Harry Potter World. And if you purchase a magic wand here, there's certain areas that you can stand over and wave your magic wand and spells will come up. Where certain things like fire will shoot out the top of the building. And one of the things you have to try in Harry Potter Land is butterbeer. It's not really beer at all. It's more of a sweet cream soda drink. I'll try it. Butter beer.
It's good. It's like a cream soda.
Tastes like cream soda.
That's good.
That's good. And they are creating a spell.
Like a train, okay?
Thing on their feet.
Try again, bigger.
Whoa, look at that, way up there. Fire shot out the roof.
Did you see that? Fire came out of the ship. Go ahead, Bennett.
And one of the nice things here is they tell you the wait time before you go on each ride. That way you know in advance how long it's going to be. And we are a long ways up in the air. See the mountains way off in the distance. And all of the wildlife around here. A whole lot of bees in the area. And seeing there's no wait, we go ahead and take the studio tour of Universal Studios.
Scenes took place inside of that same soundstage. The sound stages start empty. It's up to the productions that rent the space to fill them out with whatever environment, whatever set their film or show requires. They can build their sets here on the lot though. We've got everything you need, a wood shop, a metal shop, a plastic plaster shop, so you can build a set from scratch, load it into one of these stages, light it up and start filming. Now why do we film in sound stages?
And some of the places they were getting ready to film, like here, there's a Western that they're shooting. So they put dirt on the pavement to make it look a little older. And the studio tour is more than just a ride seeing where things were filmed. And in this case, the ride went into a Jurassic Park. It's 3D. We had to wear 3D goggles and they showed us what Jurassic Park would look like. and the car shook us around a lot.
The dirt has been added, which means they're taking this street back in time. It looks like it could be, I don't know, the late 1800s or maybe the early 1900s, who knows? But it's clearly supposed to look like some downtown location in the past. Very cool to see. They've also got dirt on the other side of the city. So this is our metropolitan set. I told you guys before, it's our city set. It can play any major city we want it to be. Chicago, in the Blues Brothers, it was my hometown of Kansas. No, it sounds pretty bad, but this place is awesome, and it's great at being good places or bad places. It all depends on how we decorate it. And right now, we got bright colors, flowers in the windows, so it's giving good place energy. And it reminds.
And this is an area that was more of a ride here. It was supposedly, we were down in the subway of the city with that, well, there was a huge earthquake, and the truck falls down into the subway, the train comes through, and of course, what subway wouldn't be good without a flood? So the water pipes burst and the subway starts filling up with water. The whole time the car that you're on is being shaken back and forth to add to the effect of the earthquake. Yeah, I like this kind of ride. This is the thing that I like whenever I go to a studio. The 3D and all the shaking, that's not as much for me as this. And then we passed by a little town called Amityville where there is apparently a shark on the loose. So our tour guide shows us the area where that the shark is wreaking havoc on the town, catching everything on fire. But don't worry, the shark, he's out there in the water. They think they've got it. They think they've killed him. But then all of a sudden he jumps up right next to you. And of course I remember this film whenever I was a kid. Still like it today. Good film.
The movies, we're using a very complicated, very intricate system here. It's called a sprinkler. Yeah, shoots the water out and up. That way it falls back down as naturally as possible. Now, if we wanted to film here, we need some better lighting equipment. If you don't light rain correctly, it could make the picture a bit blurry. The trick is to typically backlight it from a slight angle, then it usually shows up nice and crispy. You're not just hearing rain, you're also hearing sizzling bacon. The sound effect added to rain to make it sound more delicious, I guess. Wait, what's that? Oh no, we got a flash flood, take cover! Whoa, okay. That was a lot. You guys okay? You hung in pretty well, way better than Paul Giamatti did in Big Fat Liar. Here he is up on your screens.
And Universal Studios is built on multiple layers. You take a huge escalator down to the lower level. And at the bottom is Nintendo World, Super Mario, and then there's one of the Mummy rides. A whole lot of different rides down here.
World. They got everything right on this. The music through here, the scenes.
John in his favorite place.
And Mario Kart was broken for a while, but it's back in service. So we are off to the races on Mario Kart. And we're ready. It's 3D, so we have hats with stuff that we can look up. Hold up. How do you shoot?
And though you can't see it, things are jumping out in front of us, and you're shooting them with your wearing your 3D glasses and the shooter that's built into the steering wheel. It took us a little bit to figure out what we were doing here, but just a little bit. We were shooting everything around.
And Super Mario is over. I got 68. We did well with Super Mario.
Were to stand completely upright on her hind legs, about 10 feet tall and 14 feet long, from the tip of the nose to the end of the tail. Pretty large for a velociraptor, if I don't say so myself, but due to some genetic modification that our geneticists had to sort of engage with as they created our dinosaurs, velociraptors like Blue ended up being a little bit larger.
What's the matter? Table of one? No one joining you in death? How pathetic. You are dismissed. You're a disappointment.
So after walking all day at Universal, We're at the In-N-Out Burger. Getting us a cold drink and a burger for the two of us.
We walked here.
We walked
Oh
here.
my God, like 50 miles.
Yeah, it was a long walk.
We made it.
And this was one of the cheaper meals that we had while we were in California. 2 burgers, 2 fries, 2 drinks, $18.44. I could deal with that.
And we are going to ride the tiniest elevator. We're going to try to zoom out as far as possible. But, okay. Breathe in, everybody.
Hold your breath.
We're going to win. And she's going to win the scratch off. They have them.
No, not this one.
Right, we're here. Open up the door. And here you can see how small the elevator
There
is.
were 4 people in there, and that is all you're going to fit. Whenever we went down with luggage, we had to split up. And the hotel has a little bar/restaurant, so we have to get a cold drink.
Today we're going to look at some technology around Los Angeles. First thing is this thing, which looks like an automated ice chest. And that's exactly what it is. It's food delivery via this ice chest. You can see the little cameras in front and cameras around everywhere. Even has a little headlight and a face in the front. We saw this the other night coming by and didn't know what the heck it was. But it goes down the sidewalk and delivers food for people if they're in the local area. So food delivery. That's the first little bit of technology via robot.
To get around town today, we're going to try Waymo, a driverless car.
So we've ordered a robot car and it is here. As you can see, we are chasing it down the street now. There's our robot car. It keeps driving away from us. So this is it. We'll see how this works out. And this is us. Hello. So it addressed me by name. Start ride.
Hello, from Waymo. As we get going, just give us 1 minute to cover
Good
a few
Lord.
riding tips. This experience may feel futuristic, but the need to buckle up is the same as always. So keep your seatbelt fastened, please.
Remote car.
Little ones, or expecting, please see the seatback card for more information. We'll do all the driving, so please don't touch the steering wheel or pedals during your ride. We may use interior cameras, check on riders, improve our products, and more. But our microphones are only on when you're connected to rider support. So sing your heart out. We can't hear you. You can also use the app or passenger screen to speak to a rider support agent at any time. In the rare case of an emergency, please keep your seatbelt fastened and
And the Waymo, well, it takes a little bit of getting used to. Whenever it takes off from a stop, it takes off. But it does stop, use the blinker. It's a very courteous driver, and the little screen in front shows you when there's another car around or even a person next to the road. So overall, I give it a A- for ease of use.
the second opens the door. Don't forget your phone, keys, or wallet. There are more drop-off options in the app.
Okay, we are here, so I reckon we are out.
I'm gonna get out your side.
Okay. Bye, Waymo. Love you. So we're at the Chinese Theater. You can see it over here. We couldn't get there because they're having a film festival there today. So this is looking down Hollywood Boulevard. So one of the things that we've done over the years is watch the best picture every year. And this is where that they have all the Academy Awards at over the years. And they're listed in year of order. So we have seen every one of these pictures that are written on the signs. As we go in. Every one we have seen. So we are on a tour bus very similar to that one, like an open air tour bus. All of our group. Gonna go see the stars' homes.
Is this the first time for everyone here?
And up in the hills.
First time? What about in the back? First time too? Yeah? Curious? Very soon we're gonna see the full home to the right. Next to our left we can see now already the Hollywood sign. Straight out we have the downtown area. Today is very hazy. And the Hollywood sign originally was called Hollywood Land. It was created by Richard Chandler, a real estate developer who used the sign as a gimmick to attract people to buy real estate. But during the Depression, the prices started going down, so he sold the sign to the Hollywood studios. That's when they changed the name from Hollywood Land to Hollywood. Now to our left, we can have the full view of the home of Jason Statham.
All right there.
It's a very prolific franchise. He made about 11 already. Now, during the in 1965, some politicians wanted to legalize marijuana with the roof in a triangle shape. Can you see that home? That's the home of Aaron Levine, Maroon 5, and the Boys. Now, this white home here to our left used to be the home of Anthony Perkins in the 60s, the star of the movie Psycho, the film made by Alfred Hitchcock. Right now, it's owned by Carmen Electra. She lives right here. Next to our left, now we can have a nice panoramic view of the downtown area. Well, unfortunately, today it's very, very hazy. The smoke is very thick. You can barely see the buildings. But trust me, downtown is there. Well, straight out here, and this home with the black gate is the home of Drew Carey. He's the host of the show The Price is Right, very famous game show here in the States. He's the man who replaced Bob Barker after 35 years. He was the original host of that show. Next to our left, we're gonna see this yellow home is the home of Sacha Baron Cohen, Borat. Funny guy. He has another home in Australia where he resides most of the time. He's married to an Australian. Well, I guess he's getting divorced too. A lot of people getting divorced these days. Next to the
Justin Bieber's entrance. Bye.
Well, one thing in gated communities where we can find the home of Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Terminator. He also was the governor for California. Also, we can find the home of Britney Spears here. A few years ago, you might remember she was arrested for indecent exposure. Well, that took place here to the right. And to the left, straight up, that light brown home is the home of Eddie Murphy. Now, the one surrounded by those trees, that's his home. Very pretty home, very classic home. That's my fantasy, by the way. I like to live there.
George Clooney's home. That car right there, the white car, is a Bentley.
The place, I believe.
Al Pacino's home.
Prada, Dior, you name it, they're all here.
So as we're going down Rodeo Drive, I have to say this tour, it isn't all it cracked up to be. The driver, we did a drive-by on pretty much everybody's house, pointing to it, said the house that you see with the trees around it, that's such and such's house. There's a whole lot of trees. You don't know which one that you're looking at. So overall, I would give this tour a D-, close to an F.
So we found one star that you may recognize. And a nice entrepreneur is out here selling merchandise. Making a few bucks off of that slurp. Another of the food robots here. This one's sitting outside a Chinese restaurant that we went to. I've never seen a food robot delivery before. That one's called Octavia.
Next, we'll take a look at the Hollywood Museum. This is more our style. The Star Homes, definitely wouldn't do that again. But this was pretty nice. It was inside. Got to see all kinds of old memorabilia from all the stars.
Silence of the Lambs. And the Pirates of the Caribbean. There's Captain Jack Sparrow's clothes. All the different costumes from movies of the past. Planet of the Apes. That one's from, I'm not sure what that one's from. Star Trek over here. All the Star Trek movies. Snow White. Ooh. There's one, Rocky Balboa. Superman's costume. The Man of Steel. Old costumes here. Batman and Batwoman. Herbie Love.
Next, we'll step into a music store and just play around a little.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Wee on the way. Wee on the way. We're doing the Grauman Theater. Hoping to see some of the handprints, but we're not seeing any. To walk down the red carpet.
And the robot ice chests are everywhere. Here you can kind of see how that they drive down the sidewalk. They're not slow, they're pretty fast, and they'll go around you. And if you jump in front of it, it'll stop, it won't run over. And if you keep jumping in front of it so it can't go in, down the sidewalk, eventually it gets tired and just stops working until you get out of the way, and then it'll start on its way again. I may have done that. And back to riding public transportation. If you open up Google Maps and type in where that you'd like to go, it'll show you the nearest bus stop, which bus transfers to get to, and how much that the bus costs. So very helpful riding around town. And now, after all the running around town, something to help us relax. One good beer. And hopefully you've enjoyed these first 2 days of Los Angeles. And join us again for our next episode as we head down to the cruise port of Long Beach for our 8-day Halloween cruise. Thanks for joining, and like and subscribe.